I was very fortunate to, be exposed to roller hockey. And then, with hard work, dedication, and, focusing on the sport and really entrenching my life into it, I was able to become one of the elite players. To represent Team USA is a big deal. And I was very proud to do it. And here I am representing, the country that I reside. But if I have the opportunity to also represent the country that my lineage is from, I think
Yes.
that's a wonderful goal, especially if I could become the first cross country snow skier for the Philippines. You can dream it, you can achieve it. Eddie will go.
So, Eddie, how are you? How's everything?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, Janelle.
For people that are not familiar, how would you introduce yourself?
Well, Eddie Limbaga, Southern California, born and bred, hockey player, businessman, turned cross country skier.
You have such an amazing journey. You didn't start out as somebody who really wanted to be in sports.
My parents had me on the performing arts type of path. Obviously education very important. With me being first generation born in the United States, they wanted me to have a good education. That's one of the reasons why they migrated from the Philippines to the United States. And then they took me to what they knew most was music. And I really didn't take on in music that well. And I enjoyed sports more, but didn't really know that, sports was a thing outside of just PE at school.
And that realization came at 12 years old when a friend of yours invited you to join his team in soccer where his dad was coaching.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So I mean, this is in the mid '80s, and his dad was coaching an all-star soccer team, and my friend was playing physical education in school, physical education class in school, and he's like, "Hey, you're pretty good at soccer. Where do you play?" I'm just like, "I play here with you." I didn't know that you
Right.
could play outside of school.
And then you got into sports and you loved it, but by the time, something happened.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we never know, what goes on in people's lives. But my father, he took his own life, and that was at a pivotal point in my life because I was entering into high school. I was 15 years old at the time, and we I was just newly getting into sports, and for something like that to happen, it was very difficult and tough. But I turned to sports kind of as my outlet, move forward and push hard and be passionate about something, and it was sports, and it really helped me out in a dark time in life.
And because you love sports, and it seems sports loved you too, different kinds you excelled. What made you decide on a particular sport?
You know what? I think more of just a passion. I mean, well, let's go back to my hockey days of inline skating became a thing because rollerblades came out in the late '80s, and we didn't have Southern California hockey players. We didn't have the fortunate thing of having a frozen pond in the backyard and practicing on ice. So we practiced on what I call the concrete pond, and we were playing on inline blades and playing hockey. And a lot of us got really good at that sport. And believe it or not, Southern California is a hotbed for hockey today, and that's a winter sport.
Right. And you kind of changed that too, because then you actually owned your own ice rink.
Yes. So I owned a roller hockey rink in Irvine, California,
Mhm.
and I taught hockey kids of all ages there, and it's been a joy of life.
So it seems like you excelled in sports, you also excelled in business, and now you're a realtor and seems to be excelling in that as well. But you're going back to your first love, which is sports. Talk to us today about why you want to talk to us.
So I got my dual citizenship just recently. And one of my goals as being a prevalent hockey player was I did actually represent Team USA in roller hockey. And we played in world
Mm.
championships around the world. And I've had that opportunity to play with the best and play against the best all over the world. When I got my dual citizenship, there was tryouts for the men's national ice hockey team of the Philippines. So I went out there and tried out. And I just wanted to try to help the Philippines in a sport that I knew really, really well and excelled in the United States. I'm not as young as the players they have there, but I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to help the country with my skills in hockey. They had a 480-day residency, and I just can't commit to living in the Philippines at the moment in time for 480 days. So I also met with Jim Apilar, who's the Filipino
Jim.
Ski and Snowboard Federation president. So I met with
Hmm.
him, and he told me, he's like, "Hey, with your background, why don't you do roller ski?" And I'm like, "Well, roller ski. Well, if I want to, put the Philippine uniform on and represent the country, I need to find a way to make the Olympics or some sort of world stage." And
Hmm.
well, with roller ski, you can you can use those cross country roller ski points, and that goes to cross country snow points, and then you can qualify for the Olympics. I said, wow, tell me more. And because,
Okay.
you know, with my roller hockey background, if I could take roller skiing and transition that to cross country snow, I think I could really inspire a lot of Filipino athletes if they're thinking about cross country snow. Hey, you could train on roller ski and then you could compete internationally, then also earn
Right.
those points for snow ski. And now you could practice in the Philippines, but then also qualify for the Olympics. So even though
Yes.
snow and winter sports is not a prevalent thing in the Philippines, you know, we can make it if we train properly and we find a way to do it.
I love that. There you have it, Eddie Limbaga on his journey to become the first Filipino Olympian in cross-country skiing. Eddie, we are going to be cheering you on. Information on the screen. There is also a link on his website for those of you who want to contribute to this journey. And it doesn't have to be big, right, Eddie?
Any support and then just seeing people's names on there really motivates me because it just shows that hey, there's more than just myself. I'm not here alone. Even if you donate just a few bucks just to have your name on my GoFundMe list, oh man, it motivates me because it just makes me feel like I'm not alone and not just a few people that are looking to see me succeed. There's more people looking to succeed. So that only motivates me more.
I love the positivity. This interview has actually made me feel better. Thank you so much. We will be following you, cheering you on, and good luck. God bless with everything. And please, we'd love to have you back and give us updates on your journey to the Winter Olympics.
Looking forward to it, Jannelle. Thank you so much.